Coach, last time we talked, it was right right around, what was it, minicamp or right before minicamp? Definitely after the draft. And I know that normally you guys wouldn't get a lot of time with a quarterback once they are drafted. You know, that's pretty much the end of it, and they're getting ready to be with their team. However, in this situation, you definitely did get some time with Trey. I know that you had that big quarterback camp that you guys do annually, and he was a part of that. And I also know that he worked with you guys during his 40 days away between rookie minicamp and training camp. So why don't you talk to us about what you guys focused on during that 40-day timetable?
Yeah, it's exactly right. You had asked me in the last time I was on how often I'll see Trey, how much will be around him, and I think quite honestly, I said I'm not sure how much between the drafting until the off season, and we knew he was going to come in for the weekend for a flight school event, so we knew we'd see him for a couple of days. But turns out, obviously they had to end that beginning part of training camp like a week early, and got a chance to come out, spent like 10 days out here in Georgia with us leading up to the week. So his focus was pretty simple. He had the first couple weeks of training camp to just get into the system, right? Be around the players, be coached up on the field for the first time by Kyle, by Rich, and kind of understand what they're asking him to do. And then he knew that after the break, there was going to be an opportunity to really have some type of a competition to earn his spot, to make his case for getting on the field sooner rather than later. So just the way Trey's always been his whole career, he was going to do everything he could in his power to prepare himself for that. So, I mean, you guys saw, it seemed like everywhere you looked, there was another video of him doing speed training, right? Or he's with a couple of the 49ers receivers out in California and doing that work. And when he was out with us, it was just, making sure he was comfortable within the offense. Obviously he had a good understanding of the scheme on paper. And just trying to continue to work through the reps, especially with some of the different footwork, some of the under center stuff, some of the bootleg stuff that they were asking him to do that was new for him. It was just continuing to get the repetition. So, I think he was out here with us, like I said, somewhere between 7 and 10 days. I think we threw, 6, 7 of those. And every day it was just taking another section, of the playbook, working through specifically those plays, that footwork, making the throws, making sure his eyes were in the right spot, making sure his feet were under control and stable as he worked through progressions. A lot of, like I said, the bootleg stuff on the run and just feeling comfortable, right? I mean, the reality is only through doing are you going to feel more and more comfortable. And he wanted to make sure that when he hit day one of official training camp, that he was as prepared as he could be.
Now, was Mohamed Sanu out there working with you guys at all? I know that he worked with
Yeah. So Mo obviously, has always had a house here in Atlanta and from his time in the Falcons. And we've known Mohamed for years. So Mohamed and Dwayne Haskins are cousins. And so they have a relationship there. And, so I feel like I've known Mohamed now for like 7, 8 years, right? So all this time with the Falcons, the wide receiver trainers that he works with in Atlanta, we link up with them a lot with all of our quarterbacks over the past years. And so it was just an easy, connection there where, Trey was going to go out and throw. And with whether Mohamed was on the 49ers or not, more than likely he would have been in the group that we were throwing with. And obviously, such a perfect connection here to have them as teammates and get to work together. And, obviously, and I think you've seen it in these last few weeks of camp, what Mohamed Sanu is. I mean, he's such a veteran. He does things the right way. He holds everyone to a high expectation. And I think he's been phenomenal for Trey to just kind of have like as a big brother along this process of just, hey, this is what it's like to be involved in training camp. And I think there's a mutual respect there because Mohamed saw firsthand how hard Trey is working to, be the quarterback he needs to be to get on the field for San Fran this year.
Now, did Scangarello give you guys anything in particular mechanically that he wanted you guys to work on with Trey during his 40 days away?
No, and a lot of the times that won't come from Rich to us, right? Or to Quincy for that matter. That's usually funneled through the player. And it's very similar, at the college level as well, where they're going to set the expectations on the quarterback himself on what they want him to work on. And then Trey will communicate, what the feedback he's getting and make sure that that's something we focus on. So, like I said, there's a few instances where, we just have really good relationships with the coaching staffs. This one's a little different. So I personally, I'm pretty sure Quincy has not either had any direct conversations since leading up to the draft with Kyle or John or Rich or anybody involved with the coaching staff.
Okay.